Welcome back to 5 Minutes of X, where I'm reading every mutant comic Marvel ever made month by month. 5 minutes is negotiable. This week we learn that Angel can't carry a single issue by himself. August 13th, 1968, Marvel drops the X-Men number 49. It was written by Arnold Drake with art by Werner, Roth, and Don Heck. It's the only Marvel book this month with mutants, and we get a weird Angel solo fake-out that I referred to in the opening. Let's get into it. So I want to tell the Hank McCoy backstory that's at the end of this issue up top here. We see Hank's father, Norton McCoy, marrying Hank's mother and going to work in a nuclear power plant. There's an accident and Norton catches some radiation. So when his kid is born with some special hands and feet, everybody knows... Well, let's just say no one is questioning if Norton is the father. We end the short with baby Hank punching his uncle and drinking from a bottle with his feet. So we open with Angel breaking into the X Mansion. I kind of feel like Scott would have let the other 4 X peeps keep some keys, but I guess Angel coming in through the window is just more dramatic. I don't know, maybe he has a key and he's just a weirdo. In any case, his thought bubbles are full of regret and sadness. With Bobby and Hank pairing off and Jean and Scott clearly not separating, he's become the loner of the 5, but at least we get to see him fly solo this ish. You gonna forgive my pun there? I'm sorry. It's not clear whether or not he's doing what he's doing in the mansion here as he laments the end of the team. But let's just calm this down a little here, Angel. Professor X's last will and testament was read like 3 weeks ago, and Scott would logically still be living here since he's now the owner. I mean, it hasn't even been long enough to be out of probate, but here we are memorializing. I suppose I do feel it. I mean, sheets over furniture does evoke a certain emotion. I guess I can get behind it. I'll let it off the hook there. Angel's reverie is interrupted by a squawk from Cerebro. Angel mentally calls Jean and asks for a 5-way brain call. And just like that, this is an X-Men proper story with all 5 teens. No solo story with Warren, I guess. Is rich, has wings, isn't enough to fill 20 pages. Bobby and Hank are in San Francisco, where the Cerebro signal is pointing. Scott, Jean, and Angel will have to do some travel to join up with Beast and Iceman, but we can move the story forward while we wait. We are introduced to a new mutant here named Mesmero, a villain. He commands an elite guard of what seem to be robots, and they all work for the glory of Magneto. Mesmero has a psyche generator, which will put all humans who happen to have latent mutant powers into a trance. We don't get an explanation as to why here, but they are all being attracted to San Francisco. And if you have an X gene, are in San Francisco, and are a hot chick crossing the street into traffic, my boy Bobby... he's gotcha. Yeah, and that's how we meet Lorna Dane, our second mutant of this issue. I'm going to intentionally not say anything about this character, so we can all kind of learn about her as these issues unfold. So if you already know what happens with her, just don't tell anybody. When she starts speaking to Bobby, she's surprised to be in San Francisco. Before she was hypnotized, she was 1,200 miles away. Bobby correctly ascertains that Lorna is attractive, is a female, and is very confused. So he takes her back to his apartment where the X-Men are about to show up in costume. Thankfully, when they do show, Lorna is asleep in the next room. The team decide to take the fight to these robots, leaving Hank behind to finish work on a portable Cerebro device. But before she can make any moves on her own, Mesmero and some of his hench robots invade the apartment itself. They somewhat incapacitate Iceman and then start worshipping Lorna. We end the issue with a banner on the final panel that says, "Next, the truth about Lorna Dane." It's kind of a cool ending. So the story of this issue is a 10 out of 10. I wish I could call this one a certified banger, but it's a little too ham-fisted to get there. There is mention of Bobby and Hank moving to California in the last issue, but everything happening the way it does is just too convenient for for this story. Mesmero is a lame villain, but him worshiping a dead Master Magneto is pretty cool. The Lorna Dane intro is written well, but a little unrealistic. She isn't going back to Bobby's apartment to sleep, especially 10 seconds after meeting him. Overall, this is a good but not great issue. You've earned your X Gene for the day. For character info, reading lists, and proof that I have too many nerdy projects going on at once, head on over to Jordy.com. New episodes drop Wednesdays at noon and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. Just a note, while I'm still missing Wanda and Pietro, Marvel introduced a male and female mutant this issue. Those two things have nothing to do with each other, really. I just wanted to bring up the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver thing again.